the goods are secured. As usual, I waited for the products to come to the store and then I got it. I don't know, it's just been recently, that's the way I've been shopping. I wait for the products to come to the store and then I get them. So I have the setting spray and the powder. The setting spray, I know after the Charlotte Tilbury one, I haven't found something that I've absolutely loved. The Cali Ray a little bit, but yeah, the Charlotte Tilbury it's really good. So I haven't found a substitute for that. Maybe this can be, but I'm not super excited for this the way I'm excited for the powder. I am super duper excited for the powder. And you can see how glowy my skin looks right now. I tried to wear a glowy makeup. So I am 42 years old. I have oily combination skin and still I love a natural glow in my makeup. So I don't like anything that is so matte that it sucks out the life from my skin and I look so dull and matte. I don't like that look. So I want something that gives me a dewy finish, but at the same time I have oily combination skin. So I tried to use a glowy dewy makeup and I set it with a powder that does not make me look matte, but it makes me look blurred and more natural. However, it doesn't allow the oil to peek through. Yeah, there are a lot of requirements for me. So when I read about the Makeup by Mario powder, that is exactly what they claim. So this is the SurrealSkin Soft Blur Setting Powder. I did not use the Makeup by Mario. I should have used that, right? Oh, I should have used the Makeup by Mario. Right now, this is one of the glowy foundations that I'm loving. I have a full review on this. I'll link it in the description box or somewhere over here so that you can see that I am loving this Patrick Ta foundation. So I did not even think about the Makeup by Mario foundation and concealer. I should have used that. Maybe we'll try it out later. Oh my God, I'm sorry about my phone. I put it on silent now. So I wanted this dewy look, but still I want to set it with powder and see how natural it looks by the end of the day. And that is what we're going to do today. I did not buy the, what do you call it? The puff. I did not buy the puff because the shape, it looks very big. Anyway, I'm not a puff girl. I use a brush to set my under eyes. If you have mature skin, if you're above 40, and even if you have the slightest amount of wrinkles under your eyes, it is always good to use the least amount of powder under your eyes, and that is the best when you use a brush. So when you use a puff, it presses in a lot of product into your eyes, under your eyes, not into your eyes. But so always a brush is the best way to go. But today I was thinking I'm gonna try it on just one side. First we'll try on one side with a powder and then we'll try the other side with a brush, because I thought let's do a wear test. I know it's just a setting powder, but because they claim it keeps your oil intact for up to 24 hours, so we can do at least, normally within 5 hours my oil peek through, so we can at least do a 5 to 6 hour wear test. So that is what we're going for. I got it in the shade Neutral Peach, so this is the third shade, and wow, it's very soft. It is very softly milled, and when I look at it, it looks like it has a little bit of pigmentation to it. I don't know if you can see it over here, but oh, I just shake it and the product comes up because right now it is completely filled. I like that they have a smaller box compared to others, because others, what they do, they have a bigger box. Oh my God. They have a bigger box and the product is just half of it. So I like that they've filled it up and they have made it a smaller box. So I like that. So on the one side, everything that's on my face will be listed in the description box below. This is a brush that I've used before. Let me get a clean brush. Okay, so I have the MAC 129S brush. So I'm gonna take a little bit. And always, if you want to just spread it evenly, take the empty cap and just move your brush around, and that would distribute the powder equally or all around. So let's see. First, it's been more than an hour that I wore this foundation when I got into some other work. So I am setting my concealer again and setting it with the powder. I took very less powder and it's already showing a bit of difference. And this is a very natural look because it is not mattifying my skin the way that I normally like. I don't like it very matte. And you can see the difference because here the glow is too much and here the glow is perfection. So I'm going to take a little bit more. You can either do it there or you can press it on your palm. It has the perfect amount. And I like to set my fine lines here on my forehead because I have lines over here as well, the curious lines. And then it has very less amount and that is what I'll set the rest of my face with. I don't use too much powder. I do use powder, it is a must in my routine, but I don't use too much because I like the glow. Okay, so look at the difference. This is the one with a very little amount of powder and this is with no powder at all. So do you think we should try doing the other side, going a little bit overboard, like trying to use it with a puff so that we can also see if there is a difference when we use it with a puff and with a brush. So this was the brush, very lightweight, very soft focus. And the puff that I normally like is one from Amazon. I can link this in the description box below. I think for $5 or $10 you get around 10. You get 5 black and 5 white. I like this a lot. Recently I've also been loving the Rare Beauty one. I like when it has this pointed edge because that helps to go to the corners of my eye. And then, oh no, it didn't have any product, so no, I'm not cheating over here, so I forgot. I'm not using this on this side, but it helps me to go by the edges of my eyes over here and also help me to create the sharp lines near my nose or under my cheek, and this does exactly that. So let's take a little bit. I have a little bit on my lid. That is not enough. Okay, so we have this much on the lid. I press it first into my palm and then swirl it around. So now it becomes equal. But there is another way you can do that. You are pressing the powder, I always say foundation, and you're just mixing it into the sponge like this. I think I'm not a pro at that, so I just press it into my hand and then I swirl it around, and that gives me a perfected distribution of the powder. So now I'm just folding it a little bit and setting my under eye. Oh, I did not set my under eye before I did that. See, we are making mistakes in this video. So mistakes tend to happen, but we just need to learn how to correct our mistakes. Sometimes after using a foundation, when you go, this is damp but not very damp because I just sprayed it with a little bit of rose water when I was setting my concealer, and because it's already been an hour, it's not very damp. It's very lightly damp. So yeah, that's good. I think I can go with a little bit more. Okay, so this is the side with the brush and this is the side with the sponge, and you can see this side has a little bit of natural glow to it and this side is very matte. I like this side. I like this side more, but we need to see if this will last because this has very little amount of product. We need to see if this is also good. It sets everything for 12 hours. And I have the spray. So what is this called? This is called the SurrealSkin Soft Setting Spray. I did not read a lot about this, but by the end of the day, when I come for my final check-in, I will tell you more about the product. So first, let's see how the spray is. Wow, I love the mist. Okay. So Makeup by Mario, in one of his videos, he says that he sprays just 3 sprays, one over here, one here, and here. I do 2 here, 1 in the center, and 2 here because I think I want to go to the edges by the corners as well. And that is it. But you know what? When I look into my mirror over here, this side is giving me more of a blurred finish, and this side, it is blurred, but it is not as blurred as this side. Maybe this looks more blurred because of the mattifying effect. For some reason, I like the side where I've used more powder. Wow. This is changing the way I use makeup, but I'm not mad at it. I love the way it is looking so far. Let's see the difference. I will be back in 5 hours. Before I leave, I thought let me show you a close-up. So this is the side with the brush, very less amount. And now that I'm looking into at my makeup, I forgot my Kohl pencil. That's okay. That is my eyes are looking so dull. Very little amount of powder and proper powder setting. Look how blurred this side looks. I like it. This is changing my thoughts about the type of makeup that I wear. I normally go for a slightly glowy look, but this, it's not super matte. But still, it doesn't have that glow, but it is not that type of matte that looks, where my skin looks dead, where all the life is sucked out of it. Okay, we'll talk about it in 5 hours. See you soon. Okay, so I am back for my final check-in. I forgot to show you the time before. Right now it's 5:19, and I very clearly remember I did my makeup exactly at 11 o'clock because I remember I did my foundation at 10 o'clock and I had some work, I had to finish it up. So by the time I did my powder, I set my full face with powder, it was exactly 11 o'clock. So it's been almost 6.5 hours. Wow. And let me bring you closer and then let's talk. So this is the side that I set with the brush. Very little amount of powder, and this is the side that I used a beauty sponge to set it. It does make a lot of difference. Do you see that? So here I did not use a lot of powder. I use this is the space that I use very less powder. I just set my under eyes here and then used some powder over here. This area I did not use a lot of powder, and you can see how the oil is peeking through. But this side I set my entire face with powder and see how beautiful it looks. My skin is still blurred out. There is a little bit of oil peeking through, but today I wore a very glowy foundation and I have oily combination skin, and with all that, this is the final result after 6.5 hours. So I feel it's an amazing powder. So the powder, this retails for $38 and it comes in 7 shades. I have used it in the shade 3 Neutral Peach, and I feel it's an amazing formulation. It is very finely milled. It is not settling into any of my, it's not super matte. It is giving a natural but blurred out look. And let's see what they say. This is a natural finish foundation. Why do I always say foundation? So this is the natural finish powder. It's long wearing, non-comedogenic, cruelty-free, loose powder formula. So this is a talc-free formulation, so it'll not clog your pores, and it's really good for your skin, for sensitive skin as well. I have super sensitive skin. It's a pro-performance loose powder that sets makeup for up to 12 hours, blurs and smooths the complexion with a natural finish and all-day shine control. I can vouch for the shine control as well because I know I have oily combination skin, and within 4 to 5 hours I have to do a touch-up because normally oil peeks through. And with a foundation like this, with a Patrick Ta foundation, I definitely have to set my full face with makeup and do a touch-up after 5 hours at least, because this is a super glowy foundation. It's mostly meant for dry skin, but I love it because I love that glow. But yeah, this is an amazing setting powder that would keep my oils at par. What else do they talk about this? Do they talk about any specific ingredients? Okay, they have ingredients in it. This has light diffusing spherical powders and smoothing amino acid that helps blur lines and pores. It has kaolin, helps with all day shine control, and squalene, known to nourish the skin. So squalene, yeah, it's a part of hydration and it helps to keep the hydration intact. Kaolin, I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to get this lotion which was like almost 90-95% kaolin, because I think that was the best. It is some sort of clay in the form of a lotion, but that was the only lotion that I used to, my mom would allow me to use, because it is super clean. It is really good for any type of skin. I I can't say I had sensitive skin. I don't even remember if I had a lot of acne when I was a kid. I don't think I had a lot of acne. Why can't I remember? I don't think I had a lot of acne when I was a kid. I had a lot of acne after my son was born. That was because of the hormonal acne that I got in my jawline. But before that, I did have acne, but I didn't have too much acne on my skin. But still, I was so into skincare and makeup from a very young age. This is the skincare that my mom used to get me. So it had only kaolin in it. So I know that kaolin is really good. If me as a kid, when I'm 9, 10, 12 years old, my mother loves me to wear it, that means it's really good. It's a very good ingredient. That is why. This long story is just to let you know that kaolin is a really good ingredient. So yeah, the ingredients are really good. It has ingredients that blurs and has that spherical amino acid that helps to keep your pores closed and skin blurred out. I like it. I like it. So about the spray, I can't talk a lot about the spray because yeah, this I need to try with different foundations, with different powder foundations, with different formulations, and see how it makes my makeup last for a longer time. So for this I need a little bit more experimental time, but I can tell a little bit more about this setting spray. It is in this, obviously they don't have any shades. It retails for $34. This is also cruelty free. It is long wearing. It has hyaluronic acid. It's fragrance free, which I totally agree. It's hydrating, and I can say it's vegan also. And I love the mist. I love the mist that it comes with. So this is an alcohol free, fragrance free, and butane free ultra fine hydrating mist to set makeup for up to 16 hours for a natural and barely there feel. This is the type of spray that I like, because the Charlotte Tilbury also, it is a natural finishing spray. So that I like a natural finishing spray. I don't like anything that either gives you more glow or mattifies your skin completely. I just want something that hydrates a little bit of my skin and give me the natural look. So this is what it does. It has hyaluronic acid, helps with immediate and all day hydration. It has vitamin C, known for its antioxidant properties, and it has niacinamide, known to help even out skin tone. I love the ingredients. I did not know about the ingredients. So vitamin C and niacinamide. I think this would be also my refreshing spray. I would love to use this as my refreshing spray. And because it has niacinamide and oh wow, it actually gives a very refreshed feel too. It doesn't have any fragrance, but that feel is actually refreshing. I love it. See? Wow. I love it. But still, let me work with this a little bit more. Give me a little bit more experimenting time with this, and I'll be able to give you more information. But for my first use, I really like it. I think this would also be something that I would not mind wearing it as the first layer. So I can do this. I like to have a wet skin before I start working, so I can spray this. Normally I have my rose water over here, so I always freshen up my skin with rose water, then use my primer, and then start with my makeup. So I think this would be another amazing product that I can use as a first step, then start with my primer. So yeah, more to come about this, but the powder I definitely love, and yeah, you can see it for yourself. 42 years old, oily combination skin, super sensitive skin, and this is how I feel about these. A total thumbs up from my side. So that is it from my side. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching till the end, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.